the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. This is the National Football League. We'll see Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints trot onto the field behind the veteran right arm of Drew Brees, a former Purdue Boilermaker who entered the league back in 2001.
When you think of accuracy, you might as well think of Drew Brees because he owns 5 of the 6 best completion percentages in a single season in NFL history, and it feels like he's done them all in 5 of the last 6 seasons. Like Tom Brady, he thinks he can go until he's at least 45, loves playing the game, takes great care of his body, and despite missing 5 games with a thumb injury last year, showed his toughness and came back and threw 27 touchdown passes against just 4 interceptions.
Brees now on first down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's second.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield, here's Brees. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. The throw from Brees into the hands of Smith. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of the field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the end zone that a pass could be a good option here, too.
You know, we always talk about running the ball until people take it away from you. I don't see any reason to stop throwing it until they take it away from you as well.
Well, the early returns here on the opening drive, though, solid. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
If Jason Pierre-Paul just manages to stay on the field and play 16 games, we could have double-digit sack numbers and then some, because over his first 2 seasons in Tampa Bay, 21 sacks, earned himself a new contract, but hasn't been fully healthy. If Jason Pierre-Paul is that guy, look out. We'll see more plays as we just saw there.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
To Alvin Kamara.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They're moving the ball through the air pretty well in this opening drive, and to me it was evident that they were set on doing exactly that here to get this game started. And their belief and determination is certainly paying off.
From the 10, 1st and goal. Now Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jared Cook, his Pro Bowl tight end, was the target. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Alvin Kamara.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Breeze. The quick slant caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Makes the score Saints 3, Buccaneers 0.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. On the return, Dare Ogunbowale. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Buccaneer offense taking the field with all eyes in the stadium glued to their quarterback in season number 21. His first, of course, in Tampa, the great Tom Brady.
If you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and you have a chance to get Tom Brady, you take that opportunity, even though Jameis Winston is your quarterback last year. threw for over 5,100 yards, but he also threw 30 interceptions. Tom Brady threw just 8 in New England last season. They figured that can be the difference to get that team into the playoffs and maybe back to the Super Bowl.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. At defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. Well, you practice these situations. It's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic will get you scored on again.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. Breeze, a gain of 6 there on first.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. The Sanders has got it complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 2 veterans, Breeze to Sanders there for a Saints first down.
Good catch there by Emmanuel Sanders, and he's exactly who you want in your locker room and who you want on your team. He can integrate into an offense quickly. He joined the San Francisco 49ers at midseason last year and had a huge impact in their run to a Super Bowl. He's a veteran receiver that everyone respects, and yes, he can still play.
Breeze going to throw. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Breeze able to hook up with Jared Cook, and the Saints add on to their lead.
As the calendar keeps turning, I always hope that someone tells me that I get better with age, but Jared Cook is absolutely doing that. 33 years old back in April, had a career-high 9 touchdown catches last year in just 14 games, and that was second only to Mark Andrews of the Ravens. Jared Cook, a Pro Bowler after the 2019 season.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates in the Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge advantage, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
On second down, here's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Buccaneers, nothing.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Brady on target to Gronk. First down, Buccaneers.
First down.
And there's a nice catch there by Rob Gronkowski. And we all know the story. Came out of retirement, got himself traded to Tampa Bay from New England in order to reconnect with his favorite quarterback. And no one has caught more Tom Brady touchdowns than Gronk, and he expects to add to that total in Tampa Bay.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Brady going to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Complete.
Good catch there by Mike Evans, and his ability to get downfield and create big plays is something that Tom Brady hasn't had on the perimeter in the last few seasons. Mike Evans often fools defenders with his speed because he's so long. People think he can't be that fast, but he is, and combines it with terrific hands and makes big catches.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 29. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs, and if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's got a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely.
Ronald Jones.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this is caught by Evans. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. 11 yards there, first down.
Mike Evans has been so good downfield. I think that sometimes we end up taking him for granted. When you look back at what he's done each year in the league, he's been a 1,000-yard receiver each and every time. Now paired with the prolific Tom Brady, those numbers could really jump.
That's complete right around the 8. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Complete to O.J. Howard.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, doesn't it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
For the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
On the return, Deontay Harris.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Harris on the return. The Saints take over first and 10.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. On first down, Brees. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Good for us.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Throwing on first down is Brees. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Throwing now is Brees. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Brees now to throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Breeze. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. And it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's 3rd down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Now Breeze wants the football. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll get him down here at the 23. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Godwin.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on the hater. I'm a mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through in seconds like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, 1 for never, 1 for later. We don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bobbing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play.
Will Lutz to kick off.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. On the return, Ogunbowale. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Dare Ogunbowale on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their own 27. And they start the second half with a carry by McCoy. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Number 20.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Brady. His throw incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Marcus Williams. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one in 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Shotgun now for Breeze. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
26-yard line.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brought him down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down and 4.
From the gun, Brady. He finds McCoy. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
On the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
For the Buccaneers field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10.
That ties the game at
10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Here's Harris to return it. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Breeze. Jason Pierre-Paul able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
2 yards.
I think it's overstating it to say that he came out of nowhere. But did anyone see 19.5 sacks coming from Shaq Barrett last year? And even after he became an acknowledged guy that you had to block, he still was able to get to the quarterback. Expects to continue on that level, and there he is, adding to his totals.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Back now comes Tampa Bay.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 12, Brady, he completes it to Evans. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Bucks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Well, whenever you talk about players that really broke out in the 2019 season, you better add Chris Godwin to that list. Over 1,300 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. He was 2nd among receivers last season receiving yards per game at 95. This guy combines great body control, excellent strength, and terrific route running ability to become a really big downfield threat.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Getting set to go again here, the Saints and Drew Brees march out there again on offense. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. They begin on the ground with Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Airing it out deep for Smith. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees to Michael Thomas. And the Saints have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A drive there in just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Buccaneers 10. Touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, Ogunbowale. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Few better down a score in the 4th quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
2nd and 15. shotgun now for Brady. Evans has it left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Brady throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Buccaneers.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Brady's pass.
Chris Godwin, 30 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Love the excitement we've got going here. If they just scored the touchdown, they're down by 1. How much fun is it now to figure out the possibilities? Kick the extra point and tie it. Go for 2 if they're really feeling in a gambling mood. What do you do in this situation?
I think you kick the PAT.
Yeah, I do too. Kick it, get my defense ready, and try and stop them one more time.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
His kick is
5 plays there on that drive. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Bradley Pinion.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Here's Harris to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
On the return, the Saints take over 1st down.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Breeze to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Now Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Ken, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now a 2nd down and 6. Again, it's Kamara. And a short gain down to about the 33. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On the ground, Kamara. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he'll start with a give to Kamara, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes him hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Ronald Jones.
Sheldon Rankins making the stop, and he continues to get better and better after battling injuries earlier in his career. A former first-round pick for the Saints out of Louisville in 2016.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Again, it's Jones. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 8. First down, Tampa.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. What can Brady do now with his drive? Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. From the gun, Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Dang, man, I guess we're looking at the wrong side right here.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From the gun, Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whoever the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. Harris to return. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints again ready to go on offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
Breeze now on 1st down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Buccaneers 17.
Treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.